Welcome back. We're diving into part 2 of our 3 in 30 Rebuild series, adding building blocks of knowledge to apply to our diet and exercise so we can thrive at every stage in our walk with God. In our rebuild phase of 3 in 30, we want to focus on implementing healthy habits that have been proven to enhance a person's overall well-being. We will be blending science-backed facts along with the wisdom of our patron saints. In part 2 of this series, we'll be looking to the wisdom of St Hildegard of Bingen and the healing power of herbs for healthy living. In botany, the term herb refers to a herbaceous plant, defined as a small seed-bearing plant without a woody stem in which all aerial parts, or those above the ground, die back into the ground at the end of each growing season. Usually the term refers to perennials, although herbaceous plants can also be annuals, so they would die back each year, and some are biennials, so they come back every other year. The word herbaceous is derived from the Latin, which means grassy. In our last video, we talked about St. Hildegard's life and how she came to the monastery. I want to highlight her findings as far as her studying of herbs in this video. So virtually all medicines of the medieval period were based on natural plant substances. And St. Hildegard took an almost scientific approach to these substances by the standards of the time, studying some 200 different plants. Some of these plants are still known to us as medicinal plants today. Their potency have been confirmed by the latest scientific methods. In other cases, however, we don't know the plants that Hildegard was referring to because they no longer are named as she named them in her book. St. Hildegard was particularly cautious with respect to high-potency herbs. And for the purpose of this video, we're going to be talking about the standard herbs that we find in our climate and the medicinal purposes that they have so that we can grow them in our gardens and we can find them readily around us. Every culture has historically used healing plants from the surrounding environment. In the West, we abandoned the practice of healing plants when modern medicine and drugs came along. In the past, most people's gardens included medicinal plants such as sage, chamomile, and peppermint, which alone or in some combination were thought to address most any ailment. Today, the healing effects of medicinal plants and herbs are all but forgotten. Instead of the garden, we go straight to the pharmacy. The further away we get from our food, the less we know what we're putting in our bodies. The best medicine is a healthy diet. Healthy foods can allow our bodies to heal themselves, a notion central to St. Hildegard's nutritional treatment as well. The idea of God's pharmacy works when we maintain our proximity to the foods we eat. Similarly, harvesting the benefits from healing plants require that we have patience and work to form our own unique relationships with the natural remedies that are readily available to us. Before going over the healing properties in these common herbs, I want to express the importance of speaking to your doctor or pharmacist when you are introducing a new herb if you are taking prescription medication. I also caution you to try new foods one at a time so you can rule out any allergy reaction. Being fully transparent with your healthcare provider helps avoid any crossover of herbal remedies that are not meant to be taken together or to be taken with prescription medication. Starting at the top, we have oregano. The healing plant oregano contains tannins, and the essential oil can treat menstrual cramps. In tea, oregano can improve a sore throat and hoarseness. The oils found in oregano are quite powerful, so use caution when taking oregano oil. I can say this from experience. It is quite interesting, the taste, but I know that it is very effective to treat symptoms of cold and to support the immune system. I do this every winter. Next to that is thyme. Thyme is almost the most powerful and versatile medicinal of flowers. A common use of thyme is for the relief of common cold symptoms. You can also use thyme to treat bronchitis, asthma, and allergies. Of course, you'll do this with the permission of your doctor if you have those chronic ailments. Thyme is often used in tea, but is a common essential oil. It includes the properties of mild antibiotic, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory and pain reliever. So that is a really great thing to have with thyme. Sage next to thyme is a staple in any herbal pharmacy. When it comes to plants with healing properties, sage is one of the most useful. In fact, the word sage comes from the Latin salvation, so salvare. You can harvest sage leaves throughout the year, but the plant's nutrients are the richest just before flowering. So sage has many useful medicinal properties, including anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, antibacterial, antispasm, and a relaxant. So you can use sage extracts, tinctures, and essential oils to treat internal and external ailments. Now looking to the bottom left of your screen, chamomile is often used to help anxiety and relaxation. It can be used to heal wounds and reduce inflammation and swelling. You can drink it in a tea, or you can take it in a herbal form like a pill. You can also use it as a compress. So chamomile is also used for many skin rashes, and even treatments from radiation has been proven to be effective using chamomile. Echinacea next to that is most often used to treat or prevent colds, flus, and infections, also for wound healing. Many studies have looked at how well it is used to prevent or shorten the cold season, and the results have not been completely clear, but I know that in St Hildegard's writing, she definitely points to echinacea as a clear benefit in upper respiratory infections. Next to that is garlic, and garlic is used in cooking. It has been proven to have health benefits, so scientifically proven, but also St. Hildegard loves to use this as her herbal remedy. Garlic has been shown to fight germs, to protect the heart, and reduce inflammation. And the latest science is showing that it can even help lower cholesterol and blood pressure. Medicinal teas are a great way to infuse your diet with herbal remedies. In the winter months, my cupboards are stocked with teas infused with chamomile, echinacea, mint, licorice, and eucalyptus. I have fresh lemon and raw honey on hand, and I've even filled small mason jars with local garlic cloves, so I want to make a mention of that. In the grocery store, at times you can find garlic that is sourced in China or sourced in other countries. I really encourage you to shop local garlic, just the efficacy around harvesting garlic. We have strong standards in Canada and in the States of harvesting garlic. That's not necessarily used in other countries, so I really encourage you to shop local when it comes to garlic. And what I do is I fill a small mason jar with local garlic cloves, and then I cover them in raw honey. I let them sit for a few months prior to the winter season, and I take my spoonful of immunity builder. This made a world of difference in my winter. Last winter, I have had great luck with using garlic and raw honey and helping build my immunity. On your screen there, you can see the company there called Traditional Medicinals. That's one of the tea companies that I use. I find that their teas are very easy to access in major grocery stores, but you can use any types of tea companies that really look at the medicinal side as opposed to tea flavorings. We can see lots of different teas on the grocery store shelves, but really you want a company that you probably will find in the health food aisle as opposed to just the common tea aisle. And I will say, as a Catholic, I am always cautious of new age products. And the more natural we strive for, we can come across into companies with new age philosophies claiming Mother Nature as their source of goodness. So as activated Catholics in a state of grace, we have the power to bless all things that we consume, and tea is no exception. I've even blessed food that I brought in from the grocery store still in bags. So by all means, bless your herbal teas. Consecrate the company and all its employees to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. That's what I do as my spiritual gift back in return. And I'm going to link this particular tea company in the notes below this video, the one that I use most and is most readily used or found, I should say, in grocery stores in the health food sections. Their website is very helpful in understanding different medicinal ingredients and what they treat. So I will link that at the end of this video. In our 3 and 30 groups, we love our strategies. So let's look at our strategy for getting more herbs into our diet. Fresh herbs, so based on your medicinal needs, plan to buy a few plants and add them to your garden, or you could do some planters up for your deck or porch. You can also buy fresh herbs at most grocery stores. In our recipes, we want to think of ways that we can incorporate these foods into your meals, not only flavor your foods, but also bringing those healing properties into each bite that you take. And a quick Google search should help you find a recipe to try. Teas, I'm a big fan, as you know, of medicinal teas, so quality matters. You can try making your own tea, or you can buy them from tea makers who focus on the medicinal properties. Be bold and Catholic, bless your teas and all the food that you consume. Thank you for joining us for part 2 in our 3 and 30 Rebuild series. The goal of this series is to uncover building blocks that we can add into our lifestyle to help us thrive and embody that healthy plan that God has set before us as an invitation to wellness in every area of our life. If you have enjoyed this content, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you will be among the first to see the next video in this series. Until next time, God bless.